Welcome to my very first tutorial, the Easy Peasy Fingerless Gloves. We are going to attempt to make a tutorial, my first tutorial. This is for, I call them the Easy Peasy Fingerless Gloves, which are kind of based off my Easy Peasy slipper pattern tutorial I put up a few years ago. And they're super easy, they whip up quick. They're beginner friendly. I'm using a size H hook and regular worsted weight 4 yarn. Okay, so what we do is we begin with the ribbing. We're going to make a ribbing that's going to go on the wrist, and it's a single crochet and half double crochet. Those are the only stitches you need to know. So let's start with a chain of 11. Oh my gosh, I hear my cat in the background. 1, 2, 3, I just had my coffee and I'm all jangly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. I'll crochet in the first chain from the hook right here. And by the way, this pattern is worked in back loop only for the ribbing. All throughout the ribbing. Look at these shaky hands. Is that something or what? I know my coffee's strong, but damn. All right, there's one. Yeah, working in the back loop only gives you a very stretchy. That's why I love my Easy Peasy slippers. They look like they're small, but they can fit up to somebody like to a size 9 or 10, female. And it's all because of the back loop only ribbing. And those Easy Peasy slippers are all single crochet also. So hopefully you've made it this far with the chain 10 and just single crochet in every chain to the end. And that's all we're going to do, back and forth, back loop only, single crochet, back loop only, and every chain, back and forth. You're going to do that for about 12 rows, okay? We're going to count 12 ridges. Hear my rooster out there? I got a whole bunch of eggs too out there, but it rains, so I know the coop is a mucky mess. We don't want to go out there in a mucky mess. So actually what woke me up was the rain pounding on the windows. Okay, we're almost to the end. Ooh, I'll tell you, when I used to drink, I never shook like this. I need to go back to drinking. Where's the Budweiser? Actually, I lost quite a bit of weight giving up the beer. So that's all just carbohydrates, right? All right, let's see if can you see here what we've got? This little piece. It should be 10 stitches. So you chain 1 and turn. And first stitch here from the hook, back loop only. Hello, Rascal. Rascal's on my lap and he's patting at me and sticking his little claws in me because he loves me. Rascally rabbit. Blubber butt cat. All right, let me get this a little close. Here we go. I'll put the written directions in also with in the description box, because the way I'm going right now, trying to keep it under the camera, and then I've got these coffee jangles. And I had a stroke too. I've noticed I did develop a tremor after the stroke. So I'm grateful to be alive. They got to me quick. Actually, a friend had called me and I was down on my bedroom floor. And I dropped the phone. Oh, come on, Rascal. Dropped the phone. And she's calling me, and I guess I pushed the right thing on the phone and it went on the speaker. And she said, "Christy, you sound funny." And, I think I had a stroke. I couldn't get up. Yeah, I had a stroke. So she called 911. They got to me quick. They had to break down the front door, which really sucked. And then I think I had more cats at the time. And that's another thing. When my friends came over to the house to check up on the cats, all the cats were outside. I'm like, really? People that work EMS can you be a little more careful with people's pets? Make sure that they're not getting out and close the door behind you. Here we go. 9 and 10. Oh boy. And then in the last stitch, single crochet, chain 1, and turn. Back loop only. I think what I'm going to do is turn off the camera and let you guys do this, because this is all you're going to do for approximately 12 rows, and you'll know because you'll see the ridges, so you just count the ridges. And then we'll take it from there. And it's so easy. You're gonna be whipping these up for everybody you know. This is such a great pattern. It's so easy. Like I said, it's based off of my Easy Peasy slipper patterns. By the way, these cute little kitten mittens, I guess you want to call them, these were designed by Bailey Nookter, Cat on the Prowl. And this is all half double crochet. And I think her ribbing is different than mine. And it's made totally different actually, because her thumb is different. It's up and down where my thumb is sideways. You can't see the thumb here because I've already put fur around it. So go to Bailey Nookter, Cat on the Prowl, for her tutorial on how to make those cute kitten mitten slippers. All right, so we'll try a few more stitches here. Yeah, I'm going to be whipping some up. I know my mail delivery, my mail carrier, her name is Erica. She is so good to me. She knows I'm in pretty bad shape with my back, and she'll bring boxes up and put them on my back deck, which that's the entrance I go in and out of most, is the back deck, not the front porch. So she puts them up there for me, bless her heart. Now I do have a carport, so if, sometimes they used to put stuff under the carport to keep it protected from rain and elements. And then I would bring it up to the deck, which of course is just getting harder and harder to do every year since I'm getting older and older every year. But on the plus side, December 8th, I go to the Spine Center, and we're going to start doing some diagnostic shots. And then you'll know after we get the shots if it's helping, and then where to put the next series of shots. I may never be totally pain-free, but if we can get 80% of it down, that would be amazing, absolutely amazing. When my house is a mess, I've never lived like this before. And you got to pay everybody to do stuff for you, which is hard when you don't have an income other than the Social Security check. And I know I'm not alone in this. A lot of my yarny sisters, they can commiserate with me. They know because they're going through the same thing. So in the meantime, I love to crochet. I love my yarny peeps on YouTube, making all kinds of wonderful friends. And since I don't really get out anymore. So do you see how we're doing here? We've already got, let's see, 1, 2, 4 rows. See the ridge here? So just you keep going back and forth, back loop only. And then when we get to the part where we connect it, and then start the body of the glove. So just stay tuned. Okay, for some reason the camera had stopped on its own, but then again I've got this cat pulling at me and pulling at the cords, and good heavens to Murgatroyd. Cats, gotta love them. Never a dull moment. Oh, but he is really shredding my leg up here, because they still have their claws. Years ago, I would have my cats declawed because I was ignorant and didn't realize it was a very cruel procedure to do. And now that we know that, we won't do it. And of course, yeah, your furniture does take a hit. But you know what? Furniture's replaceable. I cover it up with blankets and whatnot. And they do have scratching posts. All right, so keep chugging along, folks. Let's see, how many rows do I have so far? You're going to want at least 12 ridges, really. So we've got, this is the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, And on the other side, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. This ridge here. We're going to go a few more rows. Okay, I think I've got the 12 ridges now. I think this is the wrong side, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, let's turn it over this way. Let's see what the other side looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Oh, stop it, cat. He's digging his claws into me. Now, what you do is, you see what I'm doing? You're going to put this together like so. Oh, hold it together because you're going to slip stitch these two ends together, which is going to create your cuff, your wristlet, your cuff, which will fit most people. So, and these gloves are extremely easily customizable. You need smaller gloves, then use a smaller hook and less rows on the ribbing, like for a little girl or something. But make your first pair like normal, like this, and then you can see how you can make adjustments. It's like when you make a recipe. I always follow the recipe in the beginning, and then later, or the next time I make it, I may peek it and tweak it, as we truckers like to say. Then I'll make some changes and whatnot. So just crochet, single, slip stitch up this way. I'm going to create a ring. Oops, where am I doing here? Here we go. Over here to there. Okay. Don't pull it real tight now. Just slip stitch nice. Not too loose, not too tight. Like Goldilocks would say, it's just right. There we go. Okay. And once you get your cufflet or wristlet or whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, cuff. And then I'll show you how we do the glove. And you never have to break the yarn. You just keep on going. Let's see, what did I do here? There we go. Oh, I'm out of the camera range. Duh. As you can tell, this is my first tutorial, so I do appreciate you folks hanging with me and being patient with me. And I think the next time I make a tutorial, I'll drink my coffee after the tutorial. Anyway, here's my wristlet, my little cufflet. Look, and you cannot see where it's been seamed, right? You can just, because it makes the ridge, it matches all the other ridges. So it's like basically seamless. Is that awesome or is that awesome? And look, it's stretchy. And I have a little bit bigger hand, I would say, than most ladies. And the way I'm making it fits me fine. So now what you're going to do, you're at the end here. Oops, my phone is ringing. All I'm getting are spam calls today. And it's a Saturday. It's driving me crazy. I want to yell at these people. Get a job. So anyway, chain one. And what you're going to do is work in the ends of the rows. And you're going to make a half double crochet. Right? The ends of the rows. Can you see? Now I'm going to yarn over. Go in the next stitch. And this is not an exact science, folks. It really isn't. It's very forgiving, this pattern. So if you have one extra or one less, it's not going to make a difference. And don't forget, after you put your fur trim on it or a nice edging, these are going to look so pretty. And they're going to be so helpful to whoever you give them to. Make a pair for yourself. Treat yourself. So you can see how nice these are. But these work up quick and very easy. I've already made one red one. Here, there's one. See? And see, my thumb hole goes sideways, where Bailey's goes up and down. Mine goes sideways. And mine is the ribbing, half double crochet, and I have to tuck my ends in, of course. We're not done with this one. I want to put, look at how nice that comes up. That comes up pretty far. Because when you're wearing a coat, you want to try to keep that. You know how the wind whistles up your sleeve and you're like, brrr. So that's going to help keep your arm warm. So just half double crochet in the end of each row all the way around. You should have, I would say, 25 half double crochets. Now if you have 24, don't sweat it. If you have 26, don't sweat it. Again, this is not brain surgery. This is not a rocket scientist. This is not this is a very beginner friendly pattern. By the way, I had even put this pattern in my group, Yarn Barf Crochet, on Facebook. Come and join us, Yarn Barf Crochet. And I put this pattern, I wrote it out a few days ago. We go, round and round we go. And we're just going to keep going all the way around, and you don't even have to chain one and turn. This is another neat thing about it. I mean, you can if you want to. I've done it with one pair. And you know what? I did not see any appreciable difference between chain one and turn or just chain one and make a half double crochet in the same stitch. There was no difference in how it looked. So guess what? Time is of the essence with the holidays right around the corner. You want to make these quick, just keep going round and round in one direction. Okay, see where we're getting here? There's another end of the row. Half double crochet. Half double crochet is one of the easiest stitches, and I think it uses the least amount of yarn compared to all the other stitches. I think I read that somewhere. So it's a lot of people's favorite stitch because it's simple, it's quick. There we go. Now we're coming back to the beginning. So I'm going to slip stitch right here in the top of the very first stitch. Slip stitch into that stitch, chain one, and make a half double crochet in that stitch. And now we're just going to keep doing that round and round we go. And we'll do that for about, I would say about 5 rows. And what you can do is put it on and see how it comes up your hand, because unless you're, I don't know, unless you're malformed, your hand is probably like most people's hands. So use your own hand as a guide. I would love to see if you guys could do this. Again, I think it's beginner friendly and very customizable. So if you guys whip up some gloves, feel free to post your pictures in the Yarn Barf Crochet group on Facebook. Would love to have you. Would love to see what you make. I'll show off your stuff. I'm doing a video at the end of the week. When I get enough pictures, we'll make a nice slideshow and show off all your handiwork. Be proud of what you do. Be proud of your crochet. This is almost a lost art. Thankfully, it's not. I think tatting is one of those that's a lost art. You know who does tatting? Spring, the fiber enthusiast. She knows how to tat. She also spins fibers and yarns, and she's an incredibly talented artist in her own right. So check out Spring, the fiber enthusiast, and check out Bailey Nuchter. That's Nuchter. Bailey Nuchter. Cat on the prowl. Bailey lives up in Quebec, Canada. She lives up there with all the people that speak French. French is like the hardest language to learn. So we're getting there. Just keep going. And if you want, stop and count your stitches. And just keep with that same amount all the way around. So if you've got 26, don't stress. It'll be just fine. All right, here we go. Round and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. I should have brought my little noise maker machine out here. It's got applause. Should have done that at the beginning of the video. Chrissy's first tutorial. Yay! Clap, 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 clap. Okay, we're back to the first stitch. Slip stitch in it. And hold on, I think I will count just to get an idea what we're doing here. How I'm doing. Yeah, loose ends will get woven in later. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Perfect. 25. And if you had 24, that's okay too. All right? So I hope you can see. So we're going to continue along. You're going to chain one here, and yarn over and insert in the same stitch, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, and that's your half double crochet. And again, we're just going to go round and round doing that same thing. We know we've got 25 stitches, and if it were 24, that's fine too. You want the gloves to be very comfortable for whoever's wearing them. In fact, make the first pair for yourself so you can see. All right. You know what? This yarn did not pull from the middle, which I find aggravating. Most of the time I can find the middle, but I couldn't with this one, and I didn't want yarn barf. All right, I'll be back. We just had a disaster. The whole camera thing, everything fell down. And I've got the Temptations treats up on this table, so guess who's coming up here trying to get more of them? Yes, I'm going to have to try doing tutorials in a different room. So yeah, this is all you're going to do now. You're going to do this round and round for 3 more rows, and then you can finish it off. Try it on your hand, and when you make your second glove, just make sure it matches the first glove. That's how easy this is, folks. I'm having a very difficult time keeping my hands on the camera, so I do apologize. Oh, I need to practice at that. I'm getting really hungry anyway. It may be time to make a little lunch. Is this camera going to fall down again? Oh my God. Here we go. Are we in the picture? Are we in the picture? So that's your thumb row right here from when you did your chain, and then there's this row, and where's the other red one? And I'll show you on the other red one. So when you do your first one, just put it next to your second one so you can see what you did, so they match, right? So mine match, and then I did this is your thumb, the thumb chain, and then 1, 2, 3 more rows and finish off. So I've already got 1 row. I'll do 2 more rows like this and finish it off and weave in my ends. Then I'll break out the fun fur. And edge these. They look so cute when they're edged. It really does. It makes them fancy. Oh, this is all wet. The cat's chewing on it. Lord have mercy. Oh, I know what it is. It's from the water bottle. The story did it, my angel. She's such a sweetheart. And now I understand why Granny D calls her the sweetheart of the interwebs. She's given me this fantastic water bottle, and I'm loving it. And what it is a little condensation. I like to have cold water with me wherever I go, and that's going to be perfect. I may even crochet a cover for it out of cotton because of the condensation. So, folks, just keep going now. Keep going round and round. You never have to chain one and turn. Just keep going round. Wish this yarn would have pulled out of the middle. That would have been a little easier for me. Anyway. Oh, by the way, today is Saturday, November 5th, is it? Alexa, what day is it?
It's Saturday, November 5th. I also wanted to tell you, I can now help you shop for Thanksgiving. Would you like to try it out?
No, thank you. If I go shopping for Thanksgiving, it'll be at the food bank. Hopefully we'll get some good victuals. Usually every Thanksgiving, I go over to my friend's house, Tanya and Misty. They are married, and they got a good-sized family, and I was always there for Thanksgiving and Christmas, but they're going through a difficult time right now, so they are separated. So I don't know what they're going to do for the holidays this year. All I know is I love being with them on Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's true when they say your friends can be more your family than your own family, which is true. Because anyway, my family's all spread out all over the place anyway, what's left of them. So Tanya and Misty and Jacob and Grant and Sean and the whole family, they all live one town over Pinnacle, North Kakalaki. So they're 16 miles away. Now let me tell you, one year when our governor said that we can only have so many people, let's say, at a funeral because of COVID, they decided to cook up Cornish game hens that year. So we had a funeral for 12 Cornish game hens. And we were all fine. Nobody got sick. All right, folks, I'm going to leave you at this because I'm going to have problems with this camera again and the cat. And I'm just going to have to keep practicing on where to put the camera where you guys can see what I'm doing. So I've got 1, 2, you're going to do 2 more rows and you're going to finish it off. What was that? Alexa, read my notifications.
One new notification from Alexa News from Fox. Big political names hit campaign trail in final weekend before midterms. Do you want to hear more about this?
No. Thank you, Alexa. She is really helpful. I do like her because I can be very, very, very forgetful. So she does put something on in the oven or in the toaster oven. I can have her remind me to check on it or turn it off in 15 minutes. And yeah, I sometimes do get confused on my days because you know what? I'm retired. I threw out the alarm clocks, right? You don't need alarm clocks when you're retired. So here we go. These are going to be your fingerless gloves. I'm making this I'm going to put white trim on this and make them festive because of the holidays. Sherry Knowles sent me some gorgeous yarn. I think it was a blue sparkly teal. And again, I am using a size H. This is a size H hook and regular worsted weight 4. So we want to go over it real quick. Chain 11 and do 10 single crochets. And then chain 1 and turn. And in back loop only, 10 single crochets. Back and forth for about 12 ridges, 12 rows. And then you're going to slip stitch it together like I did. And look, it makes a ridge that blends in with all the other ridges. So it's seamless. Okay? And then you work at the ends of the row and you do chain 1 and do a half double crochet, and you do that in all the ends of the rows, which should end up with approximately 24, 25, 26 half double crochets. It's very forgiving. Just make a little note so you make your second glove to match your first. Okay? I'm going to finish this up, and if you make these gloves, let me know how they worked out for you. You can post the pictures in the group on Facebook, Yarn Barf Crochet. We welcome you. We would love to see your handiwork and your finished objects and your whips. We love it all. So if it's yarn related, we're there. We are in for that. We have nice yarny peeps in that room and in this community. The most awesome peeps you'll never meet. Probably never meet. You know, you can grow so fond of people. Like, I love Dee at Dee's Creative Hands, and then we got Granny Dee. Everybody loves her. And then we got Dory Did It. She's a sweetheart of the interwebs, and I know why now, because she sent me so much blessings and happy mail. She has richly blessed me. And these people are just amazing. You are going to love this community if you're not already involved in it. And this message is actually for Elizabeth, who I met at the hospital clinic yesterday. She saw me crocheting and she was enchanted. And she said, "Oh, I crochet." I said, "You do? Oh boy, I made a new friend." So yeah, I added her to the group. She sent me a friend request. Would love to get her involved in the Yarny community. So I told her this is my social life, you know, but with the health issues of this country with the COVID and now the flu and what the heck, you know, my back issues. I don't get out very much and do what I used to be able to do. And so, yeah, this community has been amazing, supportive and fun and loving. You can't beat it. I'm very grateful to all the friends I've been making on here. And tonight will be Dee's Creative Hands Live. It's like being at a live game show when you go to her live. It's so fun. And the chat gets real busy. I'm a mod. Tank is a mod. I love to crochet. She's a mod. Zoila Rivera, she's a mod. So we keep an eye out for any trolls that want to pop up, because then we can play whack-a-troll with them. So anyway, I'll end up doing one more row, and then we're going to finish it off. But you see, you got one thumb chain row, and then two more rows, and then on this glove we had thumb row and three more rows. So it's 4 rows, and there was 5 rows on this before we did the chain. So again, very customizable, very beginner friendly. One stitch off, it's not a calamity, it's not a catastrophe. Let me know if this tutorial is any good. It was my first one. I know I'm having a hard time keeping things in the focus and all that. That's just going to take a little practice on my part. All right, you guys, have a blessed and wonderful day. Let me know if you were able to make these with my tutorial. It's based off of my pattern, the Easy Peasy Slippers that I put up a few years ago. And the directions are also written in my group that I put up on the Yarn Barf group on Facebook a few days ago. I wrote it out, and I'll probably do the same with the description box. So thank you for watching. Please leave a thumbs up, because I can see it's for the YouTube algorithms. Thumbs are so important. So please leave a thumbs up. And I really appreciate your coming by and watching the tutorial. I'm very grateful for the support. I truly am. Thank you very, very much. You all have a blessed day, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching.